for the Phoenix Flames, taking on SoCal.
Side out.
And a quick side out to SoCal. Jim Kloss and Lindsay Newman bringing the action here.
0-0-1.
We had a short delay for a few raindrops, but we're looking good now. I say the sun is slightly peeking out. Lindsay says it is not peeking out because she can't see the sun.
There is zero sun. Zero.
But that's the
Negative
peaking part.
sun.
It's peaking.
Well, peeking still means you can see. That's why kids, you say don't peek, and then they like cover their eyes, but they don't all the way cover their eyes because you're peeking. You're still looking, just not looking all the way.
Point.
So that point, Lindsay, I think is what we're going to see all day long here. Pick on Genie Bouchard.
Yeah, and that's probably a good game plan.
Yeah. Jessie's had to take a lot of court to get involved. Even when she's on the right side, she's been crossing the center line to take backhands on Bouchard's side.
Does Genie live in Florida? Where is she? She must be Florida, right?
Yeah, I believe Florida.
Okay.
Second serve.
Haven't you seen her Instagram
no,
gardening photos?
No, I do not. No.
Classic.
I don't follow. So
you might want to take a look at those.
Sounds like I'm missing out.
She was touting those. Yeah. You don't often see people.
I'm not much of a gardener, though.
Well,
I don't know if I would be interested in someone's gardening.
The point was not gardening.
Oh.
It was
okay. Well,
gardening in a bikini.
I'm also not interested in that. So.
Well, then you got to see Sam Querrey's response.
Oh, that's right. They have that little Instagram.
Sam Querrey trolled her pretty well on that one.
Side out.
Nice move there by Jessie Irvine.
0-3-1.
Got an early 3-0 lead for SoCal. And there you see Jessie again taking the down the middle shot, even though it was a backhand.
I actually think Jessie has a pretty good backhand, though, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Point.
And we'll see if the strategy changes here with Irvine on left, but I think
it will.
I think we're going to see Castillo forehands to Bouchard or Tereschenko forehands.
Second serve.
Nice drop there by Castillo.
One, 3-2. Point.
Yeah, if I'm SoCal, Lindsay, I just don't hit a ball to Jessie Irvine at all.
Yeah,
period.
It's like mixed doubles. Yeah, you almost go to Genie's outside foot because if it's towards her inside foot, I think Jessie's going to try to get that too.
Side out.
It's hard in Jessie's position where you're getting so few balls.
Yeah.
She tended to get pretty frustrated yesterday with it.
I think it's warranted though.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Second serve.
I don't know why they don't stack. If I was Phoenix, I would stack.
Yeah, I wonder what the strategy is on not stacking.
Side out.
I don't think Bouchard is comfortable dinking cross-court forehand to cross-court forehand.
Okay.
I think is the problem.
Yeah,
but
she does have a nice backhand
2-3-1.
roll.
it's just too easy to isolate a player on
Yeah,
the left.
yeah.
It's at least a little more difficult to
Yep.
isolate them on the right.
Yeah.
And there's
Second
look
serve.
at how far Jessie
Yeah,
moved over
yeah.
to take that ball. To take a low backhand.
Yeah,
2-3-2.
yeah, on the run too.
I mean, the other thing that happens when you're in Irvin's position is that the balls you do get
Yeah, they're
they're slams.
I know, that like puts a dagger deeper in your back. Yeah, that definitely adds to
3,
the
2, 1.
frustration. You're not getting a ball, and then when you do, it's just like drilled at your body.
Point.
Wow. Do we know what the record is with Genie and Jessie?
I do not
Have
know.
they
off
won?
the
Have
top
they
of my-
won?
2-1.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know the one team of their four that has a decent record is Jessie and Tyson in
Oh yeah.
mixed doubles.
For sure.
They were 7-3 last
For
I
sure.
looked. Bouchard
4-2-2.
Bouchard and Sock actually have not won
Oh, okay.
in mixed.
Well, I wonder if Bouchard and Irvine have won.
Let me check the stat sheet here.
Point.
Well, they were actually
5-2-2.
3 and 5 coming into MLP Phoenix. I don't know what the record is exactly here in Phoenix, but they
Wait,
were
Irvine or Jessie and Tyson.
no, Jessie and Genie.
Oh, so they
Actually,
have won.
They have won.
Okay.
Timeout. Change in.
And this is MLP Phoenix brought to you by DoorDash.
6-2-2.
It's our first match of the SoCal Phoenix matchup.
Point.
But Lindsay, you just don't often see a pro match where one player is
7-2-2.
isolated
Yeah.
this much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you, I guess,
You-
have to kind of expect it. No?
Nice move there by Judit Castillo, jumping in there to take a forehand. No, I mean, even in a mixed match, you know.
Yeah, you're still hitting to the guy to keep him, you know, honest.
Yeah, they're not even
Yeah.
trying to hit it to
Yeah.
Jessie to keep her honest.
Side out.
I think the wind caught that very slightly. There's just a hint of wind going from our left to
2-8-1.
right from Phoenix toward SoCal.
Second serve.
Jessie does not look happy. to me,
No, I was
Lindsay.
going to say, so if you're the coach, GM, owner of Phoenix, when do you put the sub in for Genie to just
Jalina?
maybe try something new? No.
Oh no,
for
Jalina's
Phoenix.
on SoCal. I'm sorry, it's Alex Walker.
Yes.
Alex actually did
8-2-1.
play the first day of MLP Phoenix
Okay.
and played pretty well.
Okay. When do you put her in? Or do you put her in?
Well,
Or do you keep Genie in?
I think Phoenix is kind of known for having drafted their team more for marketing issues, perhaps,
Okay.
than winning issues. I mean, when you
Okay, well,
when you trade away C.J. Klinger for Jay DeVilliers,
yeah. Okay.
Point.
I wonder if they
10-2-1.
would get better marketing if they were winning more.
yeah.
Does that correlate? Not a marketing
Sure.
expert by any means, but
No, I mean, if I had,
don't know.
I have commented in some of the stuff I've written on Pickleball.com that this is
10-2-2.
not the team I would have picked if I was
Okay.
Phoenix. I think Tyson's a good pick. Tyson is a real steady
okay.
player.
Yeah.
You know, very, very super versatile. Play
Okay.
right and left. Whoa.
Point. Game
And
11-2.
Jessie Irvine,
SoCal.
you know, is pretty
R8.
solid too.
Okay.
But
Are you
0-0-1.
doing Phoenix?
I will take Phoenix.
Were you going to take Phoenix either way?
I was going to take Phoenix either way.
Okay. Why is that?
Actually, SoCal McGuffin are not bad.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of the men's doubles. There's so many good men's doubles teams.
Yes.
You know, nobody's really dominating like Georgia and Tyra are on the women's side. But SoCal McGuffin, you know, give Tyson credit. He's really steady.
Yeah.
Jack is who Jack is. Just what Greg Dow said, one of the most up and down players in the game.
1-0-2.
So we'll see whether he's on.
Okay.
Fu tends to be pretty up and down too, as we saw yesterday.
Okay.
But
Point.
should be close. I mean, I
Yeah.
think this is an 11-8 game,
Oh,
something
wow.
like that.
Yeah, very close.
Got a pretty good crowd here
0-2.
around
Yeah.
Grandstand Court. Jack Sock is always entertaining.
Yes. Would you play him on the left side?
Jack,
Yeah.
he has to play left.
Okay.
He just, the times he goes right side, he's pretty helpless over there.
Okay.
I mean, Jack's issue is still that he's trying to master the little intricacies of pickleball.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
resets,
Yeah.
counters, things like that.
Point.
He's much more comfortable still in singles.
Yeah.
3-0-2.
Of course, he got as high as number 8 in the world in tennis singles.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Genie Bouchard got,
Foot fault.
I believe,
Right
to 4th.
Wow.
Tyson. Point.
Foot fault is called on.
Tyson with a foot fault.
Oh.
There's been a lot of foot faults this week.
Yeah, I wonder what the issue is.
It's unusual. I mean, there's
Yeah.
tournaments.
I mean, the line hasn't moved, so like, what's our issue?
Yeah, there's tournaments I've watched where I don't see a
4-0-2.
single
Yeah,
foot fault all
yeah.
week. SoCal had 3 called on him
Yes.
yesterday and had 1 this morning.
Yeah.
Now we got 1 on Phoenix.
Yeah.
Side out.
Seems like a super dumb mistake to make.
There we see the good side of Jack Sock, the creativity on their
0-4-1.
forehand.
Point.
It's there.
No, that was an
Just
unusual
overshot
sight.
it.
Jack Sock hit 2 backhands in a single point. It's going to be a while before you see that again.
Okay.
Runs around his backhand more than anybody. That's a
Second
little
serve.
long. Slightly
Yeah,
downwind.
but it was actually kind of working against
1-4-2.
Dallas last night. Like he was running around it and then pulling it wide to JW's backhand, and it worked. If you saw that match,
Yeah.
did you see it or no?
Little
I
bit
thought
of
it
it.
was working.
No, I mean, Sock is, he is what Dowd
Yeah.
said. He's
2-4-2.
very, very good and sometimes very, very bad.
Okay.
Side out. Four, two, one. Second serve.
Sock, for as big as he is a
4-2-2.
really good athlete. He's very, very good at running around that
Yeah. It's
backhand.
fast.
Side out. Two, four, one. Second serve. Two, four, two.
Is that Victoria over there in the corner? by the speaker in that white shirt thing. She might be back, ready to play. She was sick yesterday.
Yeah, Victoria Demeter, I
Yeah.
heard she just had like a flu bug.
Oh, okay. Well, she's up and walking around at the venue, so.
That's good.
No, what time do they play today?
That's Atlanta Bouncers.
Yes. Oh, 11:30 on Grandstand.
Point.
Good reset in the middle of that point by Jack Sock. Just missed,
5-2-1.
then missed a pretty easy dink. Looked like he wanted to speed it up and change his mind at the last minute.
Point.
They've dominated this match early on.
With a huge crowd, too. Look at everyone.
Second serve.
It's a good day to be outside in Arizona, that's for sure.
6-2-2. Right out.
SoCal keeps trying to get the ball to Sock's backhand. That's not an easy thing to do. That one they left out.
2-6.
See, it was that shot that pulled JW so far out wide. And I think it gave him trouble.
Sock is,
that's why they won.
Yeah, Sock's running around and hitting inside out.
Yeah.
It's just tough to punish him because he's such a good athlete, such a big wingspan. Even though he opens up the middle, he's able to always get back.
3-6-2.
And you certainly can't lob him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can really lob any of the guys on the court. I think they all have
really
very
tough.
good overheads.
Yeah. And the quickness and leaping ability.
Yeah.
No, I mentioned that.
I mean, everyone plays singles on this court.
I'm trying to remember who. Oh, Riley. It was Riley that did a lob the other day in men's doubles.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever seen him lob before.
Oh.
But I said, you know, it's just too hard.
Yeah.
I'm difficult to lob.
Yeah.
You know, at my age and height, these guys, it's like impossible.
Point.
Yeah, I think more people are starting to lob because everyone is on the line and they're reaching in so much and you know, kind of fishing for the balls that a lot of times if you throw up a lob at the right time on the right ball, it catches them a little off guard.
Yeah, I mean, I like it in mixed and I like it in
definitely a good
women's.
strategy.
8-3-1.
I think
there's some guys with some bad overheads.
I don't know about bad.
Really?
Bad?
Well, not
Maybe,
great.
Maybe not great.
Not superb.
Point.
Ryan Food definitely likes to speed up off the forehand on the bounce.
9-3-1. 0-0-1. Point.
A couple of early errors by Tyson McGuffin.
Something you don't see all the time.
Yeah.
Who's a better cross-court forehand-to-forehand dinker, Judit or Jessie?
Well, we're going to see. I would favor Jessie in that, just as she's been doing it longer.
Yeah.
Judit's, you know, more of a singles player, developing her doubles game.
1-0-2.
But I think we are going to see more of a traditional pickleball match here with more. We haven't seen much dinking to date. today.
Point. Two, 0-2.
Nope.
Side out. Zero, 2-1. I'll recall. 0-2-1. Point.
Tyson keeping up the pressure until he could put it away.
1-2-1.
That gets Phoenix on the board.
Second serve.
Jessie not happy that it's windy outside today.
1-2-2.
No, suddenly got a
Yeah.
little breezy.
Side out. Two, 1-1. Second serve. Two, 1-2. Point.
Good athletic move there by Ryan Fu to run that one down. Turn it into an Ernie.
Yeah, Jessie Tyson struggling just a little bit.
Yeah, Tyson just doesn't seem quite himself today.
Okay.
3-1-2.
Tired from a long weekend.
Yeah, there has been a lot of matches.
Yeah.
Point. Four, 1-2. Point.
Wind definitely
Yeah,
becoming a
that's
factor
what I
now,
was saying,
Lindsay, as
yeah.
Fu and Castillo are going downwind,
Yes.
taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they're just pounding the ball.
5-1-2. Side out.
What do you think's the best strategy going into the wind?
God, I hate wind questions. I have no clue. When you're going,
1-5-1.
when you're facing the wind.
Yeah, you're going into the wind like Tyson and Jessie are. I think you got to
I think you
try
got
to hit.
What were you going to say? I was going to say you hit hard.
You think hit hard?
I would think
The problem
so.
with hitting hard is it kind of stays up. You know, it's
Yeah.
delayed, and I like to hit
Yeah,
a lot
then
of topspin and try to
1-5-2.
use the wind to help dip it,
Okay.
get it low. But
Point.
Yeah, the wind is tough.
in general, I think it's easier to hit
higher
downwind.
percentage. Yeah, for sure.
2-5-1.
Just go to a power game. Well,
Right foot on the landing. Point.
Jack giving a little referee advice there. Called a foot fault
3-5-2.
on
Wow, it
Ryan
is
Fu as
super
he
gusty.
landed. Phoenix trying to get to the side switch with as many points as they can.
Side out.
SoCal with
5-3-1.
their trademark chant of right here, right here.
Right here, right now.
Right here, right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Oh, a little
Out.
long.
Yeah.
Second serve.
Ryan Fu questioning it, but it
Yeah,
was
so
long.
did you did, actually.
5-3-2. Point, timeout, change in, 6-3-2.
There's the
3-6-1.
Got the side out.
Let, I'll reserve. 3-6-1. Point.
The net, sometimes your friend, sometimes not your friend. It was not a friend of Judit Castillo on that one.
4-6-1. Point.
Castillo likes that roll behind
up
McGuffin.
the line. Yeah.
Been successful a couple of times, not there.
5-6-1. Take the serve. Five, 6-2.
Oh.
That one a
Side
little,
out.
Yeah.
little long. Wind carried it.
Six, 5-1. Second serve.
SoCal, at least initially struggling a little bit, Lindsay, here on the into the wind side. At
6-5.
general points, they like to do third shot drives. They're not going to be as effective with this
Yeah.
wind on this side.
Side out. Five, 6-1. Second serve.
Don't know if that was clean, but it's a beautiful shot. Look clean.
Looked in. I think
Well,
Ryan caught
in,
it off
but
the end of the paddle
that's
a
what
little
I'm
bit.
saying.
5-6-2.
Yeah.
Got to use the whole paddle, Lindsay.
Yes.
Point.
Yeah, Phoenix definitely looks a lot more comfortable now that they're going downwind.
Yeah.
Jessie settled down a bit, able to play more of her game.
Six, 6-2.
They've already tied it up. It's a 3-0 lead on this side after the side switch. Now 4-0. Things looking a lot better now for Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah, they're rolling.
This one has turned.
Seven, 6-2. Side out. Six, 7-1. serve.
Going to be hard on Castillo in those cross-court dink patterns with Jessie Irvine. Just with the wind, it's going to be hard for her to hit it behind Tyson, and the lob is pretty much ruled out by this wind.
Sure.
6-7-2. Point.
SoCal finally gets a point on this side of the fence. Nice forehand from Jessie Irvine, sets up her partner with a big forehand. Get the ball back.
7-7-1. Second serve.
A pretty bad drop volley there from Ryan Fu, but he got away with it.
7-7-2.
Whoa.
Side out.
Big forehand from Jessie Irvine, but Judit Castillo was all over it. Irvine trying to drive that thing really hard from about 5 feet behind the kitchen. You see why it's not usually a good idea. Gives your opponent too much time to react.
Yeah, and counter.
7-7-1.
What a return.
Second serve.
That was a really good return there from
7.
Yeah, but as soon as you pop the ball up, why do you stay there? Why don't you get off the kitchen line and scoot back?
7-7-2.
I don't know why people do that.
Side out. Seven, 7-1. Second serve. 7-7-2. Point.
So her shot was technically out, but it touched him first.
Yeah.
Which is what the... I don't think Judit saw that it hit him. So.
Ryan did not argue. I guess it
8-7-2.
caught a little bit of his shirt.
Very quietly
see.
said it caught his shirt.
Timeout, SoCal.
That gets a timeout. That was
way in.
So Phoenix started on the bad side. The most they could have scored was 6.
Yeah.
They scored 3. Then they moved to the good side. They can score as many points as needed to win the game. If it's 8 or if it goes overtime, you can score more than that.
For sure.
We'll have to watch to see which team starts on the good side and the bad side in the next game.
Yeah.
Side out.
SoCal gets the ball back. I think they need a run here.
Yeah,
they don't want to.
big time. I would say you have to at least tie it up
7-9-1.
to have any chance.
Second serve. Seven, 9-2.
think we might get a challenge here.
Yes. You want to maintain your out call? You want to maintain your out call? Referee timeout. We have a challenge. SoCal late count is overturned. The ball was in. SoCal loses the free challenge. 2 free challenges remaining. Phoenix has 3 free challenges remaining. Resume play at side out 9-7-1. Point game 11-7.
And that's long. And the first mixed doubles game goes to Phoenix 11-7.
Wow.
It's a great angle there by Hovenier.
Irina, look at her.
Irina.
She just almost got.
Boy, Sock is just itching to poach.
Yeah, heads up.
Point.
Especially women's tennis. How many volleys do they ever hit?
Yeah. Oh, we have a
You want to maintain
challenge.
your out call?
Do you think are actual hooking calls? like someone sees a ball, and even though they, know it's in, they call it out.
Point.
How big of hooking or cheating do you think pro pickleball, like how big is it becoming, or maybe not becoming?
I've always been, maybe I'm naive on that one. I've always thought it's 0 or close to 0, and I know players disagree with me very much.
Okay. So you don't think anyone is
Side
out
out.
there and hooking?
I find that very hard to believe.
Boys, girls, doesn't matter. Okay. What an optimistic viewpoint.
Maybe. I've always thought, I know, I am absolutely confident that when I play, I play more out balls as in than I call in balls out.
Yeah.
You know, we all miss calls. Everybody misses calls. Everybody
sure.
will once in a while call an in ball out.
Yes.
But I'm highly confident
3-5-1.
that I have many more that are out balls that I play as in.
Yeah, but at the pro level.
And I think pros, I don't think pros are any different.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I'm gonna strongly disagree with you. You don't think anyone's out there hooking?
Cheating.
Cheating.
I find that.
They look at a ball, and for a split second, they go, well, that was in, but I'm going to call it out.
Side out.
Well, then.
You think pros are playing on out balls and being like, well, it was close, but let's just play for fun.
Well, I do think the challenge rules need to be liberalized so that you have more opportunity to challenge.
5-3-1.
And I also think the punishment for a reverse call should be higher. I'll say that.
Well, there's no punishment for a reverse call.
Well,
now,
you lose
is
a
there?
challenge.
Oh, I guess.
I think that's
true.
That's,
what would be like a challenge and a point? Or what could be worse? You can't fine.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I'd like to see I'd like to see a significant punishment though for a reverse call.
Significant?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, why?
Well, because
And
it was in by it was literally in by a foot.
Yeah.
But he hit it so hard, absolutely nobody blamed her for it.
Oh,
You know, it was
okay.
one of those. It
Yeah.
flew by. You don't really have time to look at it, and it kind of felt like it should be out because it was hit so hard.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then what you just said, she should have called it in.
That's true. That's true. But it was pretty funny.
Yeah. No, it happened multiple times this
No,
event.
you're right.
Like where balls that aren't even on the
3-6-1.
line, not even a couple inches away from the line, but like within a foot of the line are being called out.
Second serve.
I guess what I do is maybe the second time you get reversed is a point penalty.
I would agree. Yeah.
Maybe the first
I'm okay
time
with that for
I'll let him
sure.
get away with it, but the second one I'm doing
Yeah.
because I think it is bad to get
Yeah,
reversed.
I think so too. Yeah, even if it's out of the, kindness of your heart and you like legitimately miss the call.
6-3-1.
The other
But
one
I-
I do is I
yeah.
keep stats. I think
Yeah,
I think
I would
MLP and
love to
PPA
know.
should keep stats
Yeah.
on who's challenging, who's getting
Yes.
challenged,
Yes.
and who's getting reversed.
Who's overruled. Yeah.
Because if there is,
I think there's a lot of players. I think you're.
if there is cheating, it would show
Yeah.
up in the stats, because you'd be.
If there is.
Yeah.
6-3-2.
I'm not
Yeah.
conceding that there is, but if there is, it would show up in the stats because
Yeah.
that person would have more reverse calls.
For sure.
Point.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard for Bouchard into the wind. They're going to relentlessly attack her with power.
7-3-2. Point.
Yeah. She's just having too much trouble keeping the ball down.
Yeah, it's tough.
And they're going to keep
8-3-2.
Bouchard on the left here, with Hovenier serving downwind.
Side out.
It's kind of do or die time here, Lindsay,
Yeah,
for
big
Phoenix.
time.
3-8-1. Point. 4-8-1.
I think it's Jack Sock time to try to cover a lot of court.
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah, at this point, you really have nothing to lose.
Five, 8-1. Second serve. Five, 8-2.
Just knocked it out.
Bouchard had a ball she could handle, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah.
So a couple of points for Phoenix, but it goes back to SoCal at 8-5, looking to
8-5-1.
end this game and this match.
Second serve. Eight, 5-2.
Wow. Oh,
Side
missed
out.
the easy one.
Again, Bouchard having a little trouble putting the ball away.
Yeah.
Some good defense by Tereschenko, but got to put those away.
5-8-1. Second serve. Five, 8-2. Point.
Phoenix hanging around.
Yeah, not going away yet.
6-8-2. Side out. Eight, 6-1. Second serve.
Good forehand by Sock.
8-6-2. Point.
That's a nice drive by Hovenier.
Great drive.
Yeah, kind of
That's
backing
why I
up
think
inside
sometimes
out.
even in mix, I think, you know, a lot of times, like, you know, hit to the guy.
9-6-2.
But I think a lot of times when they have such a big, strong, heavy drive, especially if they're not like huge crashers, you could actually hit to the girl and make her hit a third shot.
Yeah, as always, depends a little bit on who the pairs are.
100%.
But
But in this
obviously,
pairing, I would be hitting my thirds
6,
to
9,
Irina.
1.
I'm not hitting balls to Blaine.
yeah, no, I agree on this one.
Yeah. Same thing with Jack and Genie. Like, I'm hitting balls to Genie.
Point.
Permanent
After review,
eclipse
the out call stands. The ball was out.
and a quick
Phoenix
affirmation.
has one free challenge remaining.
I mean, it looked out.
SoCal has 2 free challenges remaining. Resume play. 9-7-1.
I think this is where SoCal closes it out. This feels
Okay.
like it.
All right.
They've had a number
All
of
they need
opportunities.
is
Just been
skill.
stuck a little bit on 9.
Yeah.
But
Time in.
I think we're going to see some
9-7-1.
big Hovenier forehands here as
Yeah.
a third shot.
Second serve.
Sock and Bouchard discussing
Yeah.
whether they should unwind the
9-7-2.
stack or not.
Seems like they're gonna stay.
Interesting.
Side out.
Yeah.
She's got a good backhand roll. Like,
Yeah, I think Bouchard's more
Yeah.
comfortable on the left because of that.
Yeah.
She just doesn't seem to like her forehand dink.
okay.
7-9-1. Second serve. Seven, 9-2.
Bouchard just can't get the ball to Tereschenko.
Yeah.
And it's
And
not a
Blaine
winning.
is such an aggressive mixed player. Like, he really does take over.
Yeah. But it's just not a winning formula when Bouchard's hitting the Hovenier. That is going to go SoCal's way 90% of the time.
Yeah.
9-7-1.
No.
Point.
A service return error. SoCal was struggling so long to get
Yeah.
a point. You give them an easy one.
Yeah.
Now we've got a game point and an overall match point, team match point. On a 1.
10-7-1.
Blaine Hovenier is going to try to win this point all by himself.
Let's see.
Second serve.
Wow.
I think he had it on his paddle if he wanted. He
Yeah,
let it
he
go.
just thought it was out.
Yeah. Wasn't exactly the ball he
10-7-2.
wanted, but he could have. He had a reasonably
Good
high.
look at it. Yeah.
thing.
Side out.
Yeah, Phoenix hangs on.
Yeah.
Phoenix 7-10-1.
Just to
7-10-1. I'll recall. I'll recall the score. 7-10-1. Second serve.
big forehand from Sock, but Hovenier handled it with ease.
7-10-2.
Oh
Side
man,
out.
kind of last chance and
The
service
worst
error.
way to a missed third and then a missed serve.
Yeah, just no reason to miss that
rough.
serve either. It's not
10-7-1.
like a Bouchard serve to Hovenier is going to make much of a difference. Just get it in.
Second serve.
That's a good play by Genie Bouchard.
Really, really good.
Effective rolls and then
Yeah, popped it back up the line right behind Blaine.
poking it down the line off a backhand. 7-10-2,
10-7-2.
another team match point.
Out.
That's out.
Uh-oh.
Point game match, 11-7.
When Bouchard hit a ball that was 4 feet out,
Yeah, that's rough.
and
That's SoCal's first win.
SoCal excited
Let's
with the win.
go. Celebrate.
That was an energy victory, I'd say. SoCal had all the
Yes,
energy, and Phoenix just
yeah.
seemed down the whole time.
Yeah.
But